LeBron James might actually be making the Lakers worse this season. Yes, you heard that right. The lineups with LeBron are tanking, while the team actually shines when he sits. Could the king of basketball be the hidden problem? This isn't just numbers on a sheet. This could decide the Lakers' playoff fate and even reshape LeBron's legacy forever. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see why some analysts think benching LeBron might be the Lakers' only chance.
With LeBron and Luka, or LeBron and Austin, they're around -5 with both of those pairings. So a full 10-point swing. It doesn't matter which way you want to cut it. LeBron is the one. Of the three, it's not like, oh, they just don't mesh all three. No, LeBron is making this team worse, period.
An unexpected debate is beginning to take shape in Los Angeles, and it centers on the future of the Los Angeles Lakers. More analysts, passionate fans, and even several former players are now raising a bold idea that once seemed unthinkable. The team might sometimes perform more effectively when LeBron James is not on the court. The discussion, once whispered quietly among critics, is now gaining real traction. When outspoken commentators like Jason Whitlock and Steve Kim begin publicly voicing the same opinion, it signals that the conversation has moved into territory the NBA media world has long been hesitant to explore. What once sounded impossible is now becoming a serious talking point across the basketball community.
The most embarrassing Hall of Fame type finish, because LeBron last year, year before, could have retired with class and dignity. He's hung on for his son to play with Bronny.
The Lakers debate is heating up. Is LeBron still carrying the team, or is he actually holding them back? Critics say the offense slows when it revolves around him, limiting younger stars. Supporters argue his leadership and clutch plays are still crucial. Without him, consistency could tank, but with him, rhythm suffers. What do you think? Should LeBron stay the key, or is it time to try a bold new approach?
There are probably over 100 five-man lineups that the Lakers have deployed this season, and really there's 3 of them of the 130 that I've looked at, like the top 3 most utilized five-man lineups. 2 of the 3 of them use LeBron James. 1 of the 3 of them does not use LeBron James. The 2 with LeBron James are terrible. They're -5.5 with one of them and -23.5 with the other one of them, whereas the one five-man lineup of the top 3 most utilized without LeBron is +16.
The debate around the Los Angeles Lakers has intensified after Jason Whitlock and Steve Kim dug into the team's lineup stats, revealing figures that even die-hard LeBron James fans couldn't easily dismiss. Their analysis zeroed in on the Lakers' 3 most used five-man combinations this season, and the findings were striking. 2 of these lineups include LeBron, while the third plays without him, and the contrast is impossible to ignore. The LeBron lineups struggle, posting negative net ratings, with one hovering around -5 and the other plummeting to roughly -23. Meanwhile, the lineup that excludes him shines with a robust +16 net rating. In the high-stakes world of the NBA, swings of this magnitude are huge, sparking a growing debate about how rotations and player combinations might be shaping the Lakers' success or their struggles on the court.
The Thunder this year are +11.9, so they would be like the best team in the NBA if it was just Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and any other collection of 3 players you can think of that doesn't contain LeBron James.
Numbers alone don't tell the whole story, since context always matters, but the stark contrast here is impossible to ignore. The stats suggest that when LeBron James shares the court with the Lakers' other top playmakers, the team's overall performance tends to slip. Flip the scenario, though, and when Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves run the offense without LeBron, the tide turns dramatically. On Jason Whitlock's show, analysts pointed out that this 2-man combo posts a positive net rating of about +5 per 100 possessions. Put simply, whenever Doncic and Reeves are leading the attack together, the Lakers are consistently outscoring their opponents, a detail that's quickly sparked heated discussion among fans and analysts eager to understand what this could mean for the team's strategy moving forward.
But what do you do, Jason? They can't cut him. JJ Redick's not going to bench him. What do you do? Does he feign injury to save face? Do the Lakers go and say, listen, we know we're going to lose in the first round if we roll this out. LeBron, we don't want to bench you. We don't want to cut you. Just pretend like you're hurt and we'll shut you down.
The moment LeBron James joins the dynamic duo on the court, the numbers take a dramatic nosedive. That same lineup plunges into negative territory, sitting around -5, a swing of roughly 10 points in efficiency. This striking shift set the stage for Jason Whitlock's sharpest assertion yet: if every lineup with LeBron consistently underperforms compared to those without him, then he emerges as the common denominator. In other words, the issue may not be the roster, the coach, or the system at all. It could boil down to one simple but crucial question: fit.
That's like the only option. Other than that, Jason, book it, first round exit. Write it down in stone. They're out in the first round this year.
This sounds far-fetched, and I'm really just trolling here, but if you put Luka and Austin out there with 3 other players who include Bronny James, are they better with Bronny James on the court than LeBron?
Jason, I'll tell you what, we'll put a pin in that one. I'll check that one out. That's very low on the 5-man rotation. I probably have to dig into like the 200s.
And that raises the uncomfortable question nobody at the Los Angeles Lakers seems ready to voice. If the numbers suggest the team performs better without LeBron James, what's the next move? The thought of benching a 4-time champion and one of basketball's most legendary figures feels almost unthinkable. This is still the player who has led teams to multiple titles and built a global brand bigger than many entire franchises. Yet history reminds us that even the greatest icons eventually reach a point where their presence causes more headaches than victories. Jason Whitlock drew comparisons to some of sports history's tough farewells, like Joe Namath winding down with the Los Angeles Rams or Willie Mays struggling in the twilight of his career when age finally caught up. Those endings were painful but clear-cut. LeBron's situation, however, is far more complicated. At 40, he's still dropping 20-plus points a game, grabbing boards, and producing highlight reel moments. On paper, his stats are still staggering, making it difficult to reconcile the numbers with the perception of his real-time impact on the court. LeBron James might very well go down as the most impressive 40-year-old performer in NBA history, yet critics warned that his dazzling stats may be hiding a bigger issue. His signature style, controlling the ball and dominating the offense, worked wonders during his prime. But the Lakers now face a different challenge. With another ball-dominant superstar in Luka Doncic and a creative playmaker in Austin Reeves, putting all 3 on the floor at once can create friction. Each thrives when running the offense, but together, spacing tightens and the team's rhythm suffers. What should be a fluid, fast-paced attack often devolves into awkward isolation sequences. Jason Whitlock points out that this overlapping usage is exactly what's slowing down the Lakers and preventing their normally talented roster from firing on all cylinders. When Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves run the Lakers' offense together, everything clicks, the ball zips, shots fall, and the team moves like a well-oiled machine. But throw LeBron James into that mix, and suddenly the court feels crowded, roles overlap, and spacing tightens. Building on this, Steve Kim suggested a bold strategy, intentionally limiting LeBron's minutes to around 15 to 20 per game, not as a demotion, but as a tactical maneuver. The idea is to have him lead the second unit while giving younger stars like Luka and Reeves the freedom to orchestrate the floor, potentially boosting the team's efficiency. In theory, this lets LeBron shine in concentrated bursts without disrupting the flow. The real hurdle? Convincing a player whose career has revolved around being the centerpiece for nearly 2 decades to embrace a smaller role. Such a shift wouldn't just alter on-court dynamics, it would ripple across the league, touching ego, legacy, and LeBron's massive off-court influence in media, business, and beyond. It's a fascinating concept, but implementing it would be nothing short of revolutionary. LeBron James holds an extraordinary level of influence across the NBA, shaping decisions both on and off the court. Critics often point to his ties with Clutch Sports, suggesting that teams sometimes adjust plans to suit his preferences, making the idea of the Lakers openly scaling back his role seem nearly impossible. This has sparked speculation about more dramatic possibilities, most notably, that LeBron could eventually leave Los Angeles altogether. One storybook scenario keeps resurfacing: a return to the Cleveland Cavaliers, where his legendary journey began. On the surface, it's a perfect narrative, coming full circle with a nostalgic finale and a marketing dream come true. But when analysts break down the basketball side, a major hurdle appears. Cleveland's offense is already led by high-usage stars like Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, leaving little room for another ball-dominant superstar to thrive. Too many players competing for the ball, too little defensive stability, and too many possessions wasted with someone standing idle in the corner. These issues keep circling back to the central question looming over LeBron James suggests that the chance to share the court with his son, Bronny James, has influenced the timing of his retirement. creating a once-in-history storyline of a father-son duo in the NBA. While such a moment would be unforgettable, skeptics warn that extending a career for narrative reasons could put at risk the competitive legacy LeBron has spent decades building. At its core, Whitlock frames the debate around one word: legacy. He argues that how LeBron finishes his career, the choices, the team impact, and the final chapters, could shape how generations to come remember one of basketball's greatest icons. The GOAT debate often comes down to LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. Stats and titles support both, but Whitlock warns LeBron's career ending could shape his legacy. Despite 4 championships and decades of dominance, the Lakers now face a crossroads, balancing young stars, Redick's coaching, and LeBron's enduring influence.